floor from Florida. I'm up here in front of the White House, Mr. Trump House, Washington. This is my 10th month that I've been up here from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, attempting to obtain due process. But until the day, I still cannot get due process by none of these law entities that's up here in the Washington, D.C. All of it's a fraud. Senate Judiciary Committee, ex-chairman, Mr. Charles Grassley, he's a fraud. I have went through the Senate. Let me rephrase this. I went through the Judiciary Conference filed against the federal judge. The conference upheld my complaint known to the judicial panel. After the whole quorum of judges reviewed my complaint and my evidence to my claim, they affirmed my complaint against a federal judge, naming Judge Ursula Angora of the Southern District of Miami, of the Southern District of Florida, as being in direct violation and causing judicial misconduct in the form of fraud on the bench. Arthur Putman versus Public Storage. Thief, super thief. Okay, we can flash out. These are some of the, the brave, you understand, officers that guard, our great president, President Trump. Thief, super thief. This is the great historic White House, Washington, D.C. I think it's 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Everybody come from around the world, White House. Arthur Putman, whistleblower from Florida. Judicial system is in a bad, bad way. Bad way. I filed a restraining order and temporary injunction Tuesday will be 2 months ago. But yet still, the merits of my First and Fifth Amendment has been encapsulated. Court, the Brett Pettyman building, fraud. The clerk is a fraud. It calls for due process up here. American citizen. Listen, it's really bad up here. Oh, by the way, back to me. They got a program up here called Government Accountability Project. A real joke. I have contacted them for the last 2 weeks because I was given their information through UDC, University of the District of Columbia, Law School,
只要你进去一步，他就可以投诉你。
and still, when I called there for the dozen times, I finally received a call back that said that ain't nothing they can do for me. It's a conflict in interest. Okay, UDC also offer another program in the form of a clinic. It's called the Whistleblower Protection Program. As to today, I still haven't heard nothing back from nobody in that program, nor the lawyer that's supposed to run the program. Everything up here in the legal field, under the 501c3, all fraudsters, because they cannot make a real decision. Every decision is predetermined by the 1%ers. Them 28 super thieves, you're embarrassment to the Jewish race. Talking about 1%ers. You used to be. Listen, acknowledge my existence as a whistleblower from the state of Florida, hollering out the new elected junior senator from the state of Florida, which bought the seat from Senator Bill Nelson. I wonder if he told Gillian, the mayor that was running for governor for the state of Florida. I wonder, did he tell him that he had sold his seat already? I ain't mad at Trump about nothing he done, but it involved his family. Just like the 1%ers, it's sins of the father. Since you want me to correlate religion too, sins of the father. That's what this is about. And right now, me being 65 years old, May 31st, my dad is the best man that I ever known because I didn't know God. One percenters, Senate Judiciary, super thief senators from the state of Florida. I mean, super thief congressmen and women from the state of Florida. You know you is. Since I must, Representative L.C. Hastings, ex-federal judge, disbarred, disgraced. I even think he did time. Thief, super thief. And he's spineless. I brought these issues to him in his Oakland Park office in Florida, heading to the 5th year now. And the only thing he can do now is ban me from his office. Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, your day coming too. Thief, super thief. Listen, y'all resign or be prosecuted. Criminal code, criminal violations is what you all, you understand, have violated. That's my motivation. Wrong team. So that's Catholic Church. St. Joseph on Capitol Hill. Pastor Gurney. Look back at your crystal ball. The only decision, you understand, that I made wrong, what I didn't press y'all when I first got up here, I wouldn't have been up here this long. All of y'all up here is weak and spineless. I told y'all come to close now. Declare me whistleblower and give me my money. And the guardianship of my granddaughter, Courtney Bradley. There's no other room for negotiation. You have no luxury for nothing else. I know your civil codes, and now you understand I'm into your criminal codes. Coming back at you. Due process. Freedom of speech. Separation of church and state. I believe in God. The demon is weak and powerless against me. I know because I used to be a soldier for the demon for 61 years until I had the massive stroke. God pushed me out of the wheelchair and told me to fight. Arthur Putnam whistleblower from Florida, live in front of the White House. Oh, but before I leave, I need a special shout out to T-Mobile. Mr. John Williams, I know yours personally. I know the laws, the criminal codes that you broke. I know you part of the FCC. Right plan, but the wrong man. You knocked me down, but you didn't knock me out. Fraud is for you as well. T-Mobile. You better have a really large errors in omission policy. And then I'm coming after you. I'm coming to your house personally. They call it piercing the corporate veil. That's the proper name of it. And I have requested piercing the corporate veil. Now I'm getting ready to add you to your co-defendants. General Motors, FedEx, OnStar, Apple. All of y'all did the same thing. You cannot beat the Constitution. You can sell everything else, but you can't sell the Constitution. Arthur Putman, whistleblower from Florida. Thank you all for listening.